War is often long, devastating, and costly. But what if I told you? The shortest war in history lasted only 38 minutes. Yes, less than an hour. This is the story of the Anglo-Zanzibar War, a brief but explosive conflict between the British Empire and a tiny African sultanate. Stay with us as we unravel this bizarre moment in history. Let's go back to the late 19th century. The British Empire was at the peak of its global dominance. Africa, Asia, and parts of the Middle East were under colonial control. Zanzibar, a small island off the coast of East Africa, now part of modern-day Tanzania, was a protectorate of the British Empire. Although it had its own sultan, major decisions were heavily influenced by British officials. In August 1896, the then Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini, who was considered cooperative with the British, suddenly died. But what followed was completely unexpected. Instead of waiting for British approval, Khalid bin Barghash, the cousin of the late Sultan, seized the throne. The British weren't happy. They believed Khalid was not loyal and posed a threat to British interests in the region. On August 26, 1896, British officials gave Khalid an ultimatum: step down by 9 a.m. the next day or face military action. But Khalid refused. Instead, he gathered around 2,800 defenders, fortified the palace, and even placed a few outdated cannons facing the harbor. The stage was set for a showdown. At exactly 9:02 a.m. on August 27, 1896, British warships anchored in the harbor opened fire. Within minutes, the Sultan's palace was in flames. The artillery bombardment was swift, powerful, and completely one-sided. By 9:40 a.m., just 38 minutes after the first shot was fired, the war was over. Khalid fled to the German consulate, and the British declared victory. In total, around 500 people from Khalid's forces were killed or wounded. The British? Only one sailor was injured, and not even from combat, but due to a gun malfunction. The British installed a new pro-British sultan, and order was restored almost immediately. Khalid lived in exile and was later captured during World War I. It also holds a Guinness World Record for the shortest war in history, a strange but true chapter in global history, and the history isn't always about long battles and epic wars. Sometimes the most shocking stories are the shortest ones. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more amazing historical facts. Until next time, stay curious.